Dear students, welcome back to Power Semiconductor Drives. And today topic is control of DC motors by choppers. So the previous lecture we have seen the controlling of the DC motors. That is the operation, four quadrant operation of the DC motor by using the dual converter that we have seen in the previous lecture, right? So now in today lecture we are going to see the controlling of the DC motors by using the choppers. Okay, so uh, what is the need of controlling by using the chopper? So if you observe the present day in industrial applications, so there may be there may be industrial DC drives are going to use in that industries, right? So those DC drives has to be controlled. There is a those are required to control the speed of those particular DC drives, right? So to control the speed of the DC drives, those are going to control that speed by using the variable input voltage, variable DC supply voltage. But usually the supply voltage is going to be fixed. That has to be variable. That has to be vary, and that variable voltage has to be given to the DC motor according to your required speed, right? So here the speed control of DC motor is going to be achieved by using the variable DC supply voltage, right? So how you are going to get the variable DC supply voltage? So for example, you're engaged with a DC source. Let me show you. For example, you're engaged with a DC source. Okay. Now, so this has to give to the motor. This DC voltage has to give a motor. That is, this has to drive the DC drive, right? Now it is a some fixed voltage, whatever it may be, the requirement of the motor, the ratings of the motor. Now, for example, in this motor, if this voltage, armature voltage, you want to vary the armature voltage, right? So if you are using any element between the motor as well as the this DC power supply, then easily we can vary the armature voltage. But there are some methods are there. For example, if you are using the resistance here, for example, if you are using the resistance here, what happens? So when you're using the resistance control, so some drop will be appear across the resistor. The remaining voltage will be applied across the this motor, right? That means the armature voltage is going to be controlled by means of this resistance. But if you this resistance value, but the thing is the value of this resistance should be variable in such a way that the you have to achieve the required armature voltage for the required speed. And when you're controlling by using the resistance control, that is when you're achieving the variable DC voltage by using the resistance control, so it is not that much of economical. Why? Because while you are using the resistance, there will be a lot of energy is going to be lost. So there is a wasteful energy involved. There is a power loss will be occurs in the resistance, right? So it is not going to be economical uh, for the getting the variable DC voltage. And if you take one more, so one more method that is called AC chopper link. So or else you are available with the fixed DC, right? Now this DC voltage will be converted into the AC voltage by means of the inverter. Then the available voltage is AC voltage. Okay. Now after that, this voltage will be stepped up or stepped down. This AC voltage will be stepped up or stepped down by using the transformer. It depends on the your requirement voltage. So that is again you're going to get AC voltage only. Now you required one rectifier which is has to convert the this AC voltage into the DC voltage. Now this is variable DC. Now this DC will be given to the motor. Now this DC voltage, whatever the rectifier voltage is there, that is given to the DC motor. That is, so here also you are getting the variable DC voltage by means of the inverters and rectifiers as well as the transformer. But you can observe here, so in between the DC power supply and this motor, so you are having the number of components. There are many components are involved here. There is inverter, transformer, rectifier. Transformer itself, it's a very bulk. fellow. So it is the setup. This complete setup is very bulky and very costly also, and you are going to get a very slow response also, right? So it is also not economical nor suggested method. Now we talk about the one more controlling method and very beautiful fellow that is called as by using choppers, by using the choppers, right? So you already well known about this fellow chopper, that is you have studied in your first semester power electronics, right? So what is the main operation of this chopper? So you know that the chopper is going to convert the fixed DC, convert the fixed DC into the variable DC, into the variable DC, right? So by means of the chopper, here we are going to use a chopper here. Now this method, that is by using the controlling of getting the variable DC by using the chopper, is going to be more economical, and you're going to have the more advantages, right? So you can consider the chopper as a DC equivalent of an AC transformer. You can consider this chopper as a DC equivalent of the AC transformer. Why? Because you can step up this DC voltage, or you can step down this DC voltage based on the type of chopper, right? So you can consider this chopper as a DC equivalent of an AC transformer, and it is going to provide the speed control of DC motor with very high efficiency, as well as that is going to be the fast dynamic response. Okay, and due to the various advantages, these choppers are going to be used in the many applications, like battery operated vehicles. Like if you take the electric vehicles there, or else you can take trolley cars like that, there choppers are going to be used. Okay, now we are talking about the controlling of DC motor by chopper. That is, we are using the method for getting variable DC chopper controlling, right? Now, if we talk about this controlling method, first if I give the information about chopper, right? So, what is the basic traditional definition of the chopper? You can say chopper is a all electronics device that converts the power directly from fixed DC to the variable DC, right? That is the traditional definition of the chopper. That is, it converts the fixed DC power supply into the variable DC. Variable DC. So this is the traditional definition of the chopper. Now, if you remember the types of choppers, if you remember the types of choppers, you may have the different types of choppers. If it is based on the level of voltage, you are going to have the step up chopper, a step down chopper. Otherwise, if you based on the classification of chopper based on the quadrant operation, we're talking about based on the quadrant operation, we're going to have the five types of choppers. I'm talking about the based on quadrant operation, quadrant operation. We are going to have the different types of choppers are there. So though you know type A chopper, or you can call it as a class A chopper or type A chopper, which is also known as the first quadrant chopper, which is also known as the first quadrant chopper. First quadrant chopper. And one more thing is type B chopper. So this is classification based on what? Based on the mode of quadrant operation. So it is a type B chopper is called as a second quadrant chopper. It's called as a second quadrant chopper. And one more is type C chopper. You can make it class A, class B, class C. So there is no need of worry about that. So type C chopper, we call it is a two quadrant type A chopper. Two quadrant type A chopper. Okay. Now one more classification is type D chopper. Type D chopper, it is called as a two quadrant. So you can observe I'm mentioning it is a two quadrant, not second quadrant. Okay. Two quadrant type B chopper. Two quadrant type B chopper. I think you already studied this type of choppers in your very first semester of your third year in power electronics. And one more thing is type E chopper. So it is also called as a fourth quadrant chopper. It's also called as a fourth quadrant chopper. That is, you're going to get the four quadrant operation by using the type A chopper. Four quadrant chopper, right? So what is the this chopper operations? That means I mean the chopper configurations. So you know already the chopper configurations are like based on the quadrant operations. So we know basically four quadrants, right? Isn't it? Over here. So if you take a voltage on y-axis, that is armature voltage, and is armature current. Okay, this is the output of the chopper. Let me take armature voltage or output of the chopper, or else let me mention the output voltage of the chopper and output current of the chopper, I naught as well as the I naught, V naught and I naught. Okay, now this is the first quadrant chopper which is involved operate in the first quadrant. So for this chopper, output voltage of the current as well as the voltage as well as the output current is going to be positive, and we know it is a forward motoring operation. You already see the first quadrant is forward motoring operation, and if the output current of the chopper is going to be negative and the voltage is positive, then the corresponding chopper is what? Second quadrant chopper. That is, you are going to operate the corresponding chopper in such a way that you have to get the negative current and positive voltage. Then this mode of operation is what? You already know it is a forward braking operation. And coming to the third quadrant chopper, the configuration here. So here it is a reverse motoring operation. As here you are going to observe the output voltage of the chopper is going to be negative voltage and current is also negative current. Then it is called as a reversing motoring operation. So to get the four quadrant operation, reverse motoring operation, sorry, reverse braking operation. Okay, so these are chopper configurations, four configuration.